Welcome to Media and Me. I'm Dr. Ray Gozzi Jr. I teach in the television and radio department at Ithaca College in Ithaca, New York. And the title of this episode is Love. Now, I've come to feel that love is the most important thing in people's lives. But be that as it may, it's clear to me that our language uses the word love in all kinds of different and confusing and contradictory ways. I love the New York Yankees. I love Grandma. I love steak dinners. All these uses of the word love. Not very helpful. So I was very interested to learn. I was reading a book called New Testament Words by William Barclay, that in ancient Greece they had 4 different words for love, depending on how they were used. So I just want to run through those and talk with you about those. First is eros, and this is erotic love, and this is where there's all the right, deep panting and all that kind of stuff. And I certainly must say, I was very involved with erotic love when I was in high school and college and beyond. And it's interesting, I found out that eros was nice, but it was not really the most important part of a relationship. And you'll just have to discover that for yourself. But if you use your erotic feelings as the main reason to go into a relationship, it probably will not be satisfactory in the long run. So then there's a second version of love. It's called storge. And this is love of the family, within the family. I love Grandma. That's storge. It's a different kind of love. It's not erotic, but it is mutual. It is deeply felt. It's very gratifying. And many cultures, storge is the most important love. Third word is philia. And philia really means friendship. You cherish somebody, you care about somebody. It can involve eros, but in our culture it usually doesn't. And the word philia is still around. Talk about a Francophile, someone who loves French things. Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. So philia is very important. It's very important to have friends. So, eros, storge, philia. There's one other word that was used. It was called agape. And agape love is love that seeks the best for everyone, even your enemies. Now it's interesting, in the Greek version of the New Testament, which are the oldest versions of the New Testament that we have, the word agape is used more than any other word for love. And yet, we don't use that word. It's translated as love, and it's not particularly pointed out. Agape requires work. It's not easy to apply agape to people who are opposed to you. But this is what the teaching is. Try to work for the best for everyone. Now, most of my students have not heard of this, don't know this. And I do an assignment to watch some television and see what types of love appear on the shows. And they, usually eros and lots of drama about that, and storge, family, right? Lots of shows about family, and philia, my friends, that's even the name of the show, right? Friends. But there's not much agape. Not much agape. And when students know what agape is, they realize it's missing. But if you don't know what it is, you just don't realize. So, I can understand agape is not necessarily that dramatic, doesn't lead to conflict. In fact, it is trying to work to remove conflict. I guess that's basically what I have to say here, that I hope you will know about agape and think about it and maybe even try it. Thanks for listening.